right? You can go online and retrieve this article. So today's title is How to Deal with Change. Uh, Let me straighten that out because that is, I left a letter out. All right. Say, voila. Let's go. How to deal with change and recovery. This is our family support meeting. All right. How to deal with change and recovery. Understanding change is something that I want to, first topic of discussion I want to share, and that is understanding change. It starts us off by letting us know understanding change and recovery is pivotal. It enables adaptation, resilience, and the development of a healthier coping mechanism for lasting sobriety. All right, that is what this article lets us know. Understanding change. All right, and so it goes a little deeper, and so it's going to give us some insight uh, to go along with the topic of understanding change. And the next aspect of understanding change is the inevitability of change. I hope I'm pronouncing that word right. Inevitable, inevitability. All right, of change. Change is an all immutable force shaping every aspect of our lives and an inevitable part of the human experience. All right, so that word, as you know, as you can hear, is a tongue twister for me. It is constant, from time's natural progression to society norms shifting tides. It is also a universal truth that everything from the smallest atoms to the grandest galaxies transforms. Embracing change is essential for personal growth and societal progress. Resisting change often stems from fear of the unknown, but we discover our resilience and adaptability in those uncertain moments. Transitions can bring challenges, but also open doors to new opportunities, perspectives, and experience. Throughout history, civilization has risen and fallen. Technologies have advanced and cultures have evolved, all driven by the relentless force of change. So change is inevitable, right? Accepting that things don't stay the same fosters a mindset of flexibility and innovation. It encourages us to learn, unlearn, and relearn, adapting our skills and knowledge to meet the demands of a dynamic world. Moreover, change promotes empathy and understanding, forcing us to appreciate diverse viewpoints and embrace the richness of human diversity. Right? So that's the beauty of change, diversity. All right? In essence, when things change, we are reminded of how we are part of the world and one another. Embracing it allows us to navigate life complexities with grace, courage, and wonder. When we do, we can welcome the continuous journey of transformation that defines the human spirit. Right? So you may say, well, what does that got to do with change? What change got to do with recovery or what I just read? So we're going to go a little deeper. Say why change is important in recovery. Recovery isn't merely about abstaining, but rebuilding, growing, and changing. Without change, there's stagnation, and recovery is anything but stagnant. It's dynamic, just like the gushing river carving out of canyons. All right? And so, a lot of times when we think about change, it's often said that change can be hard for a lot of us. Learning a new life skill, getting a new job and a new position. Uh, as this article make mention, learning new lifestyles, life skills, after we leave the aspect of active addiction into active recovery. And so there is a lot to unravel here. And so hopefully we can get involved or get a little deeper in the change aspect of recovery. So the next topic of discussion we want to share, and that is embracing change. All right? Embracing change and recovery signifies growth, resilience, and healing, fostering a positive transformation toward a healthier and more fulfilling life. The importance of adaptability. Adaptability is a cornerstone of personal and professional success. In a rapidly changing world, those who can swiftly adjust, learn new skills, and embrace change are better equipped to thrive. It enables individuals to navigate unexpected challenges, turning obstacles into opportunities. Adaptable people remain open-minded, resilient, and proactive, making them invaluable in diverse environments. In the workplace, adaptability fosters innovation and enhances problem-solving abilities. Businesses stay ahead in competitive markets by responding effectively to shifting trends and customer demand. Being adaptable nurtures a mindset of continuous growth, enabling individuals and organizations to survive and flourish amidst uncertainties. Change is so important. So I have someone here today with us by the name of William. So we have William. You cannot see him, but he is here. His voice is here, and so from time to time he may want to say something. I don't know. He may want to read, but as we go on, we'll find out. All right? Strategies to embrace change. All right, so now we get into some strategies. We embraced it. All right, and so now we understand it first, then we embrace it. Now we get into the aspect of strategies to embrace change. Embracing change requires a mindset of openness and resilience. That word resilience keep coming up, and I don't want to just keep speeding over it. And so that's one of my favorite words, resilience, being able to bounce back from a setback or overcoming hurdles after being in rehab, being able to navigate successfully through life after being in active addiction for years and learning how to adjust and how to be more productive as opposed to being unproductive. All right? So it says practice self-awareness to manage any resistance or fear that may arise. Let me read that again. Practice self-awareness to manage any resistance or fear that may arise. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage positive change. Embrace challenges as opportunities to learn and adapt, allowing yourself to evolve and thrive in uncertainty. And so what this reminded me of, when I was in the therapeutic community, we called it a TC community, one of the things they talked about was positive reinforcement. That was one of the tools or mechanisms that, or coping skills that they gave us to learn and to apply. And so that is to remove negative thoughts or ideas by placing new positive thoughts and ideas. And so as this article was saying, embracing challenges as opportunities to learn and adapt, allowing yourself to evolve and thrive in uncertainty, especially when people who may have grew up in a household or in society where people may tell you that you'll never be nothing, you're a junkie, you're an addict, or you'll never mount to be anything or successful. We have to replace those type of mindsets or those thoughts of negativity was something to say, instill in people, you're not going to be on drugs or alcohol all your life. You can become a doctor or a lawyer, if you just apply yourself. And so that's why I was talking about being around supportive people who are going to give you some positive things to grab hold to. You want to share anything about change? If not, we'll move on. Or you feel like reading? What's one?
I do a little both because usually I pass on reading, but I don't want to burden you.
It's no burden for me.
I've been here for a while and haven't read. But I did want to mention something about change and embracing change, because in my journey, it's been ever changing. It's not like you just change once and you're done with the bad. Now it's on the good side. I believe most it's like you're ever changing and evolving.
Yeah, ebb and flow
in recovery. Because I had 10 years clean and sober, drugs, alcohol, lifestyle. I was living right, eating right, in the right. I thought I'll beat the game. I thought I changed, and it was like a one-shot deal. Like I changed, but if you're not applying the tools and embracing that change, you'll find the old ways will find you.
Yeah.
You don't have to go back yourself, like they'll find you. So, and I believe I'm ever evolving and changing.
And one of the things about, because I was on that path of, okay, I'm learning how to abstain from drug and alcohol, but what am I doing to address the underlying issues that contributed to me utilizing drugs and alcohol? What about some of the behaviors? Whether did I have anger issues? Did I have abandonment issues? Did I have, so forth, mental issues, anxiety, depression? And so there's a whole host of things that we need to work on as people who overcoming addiction. There's things that we must focus on from a multifaceted perspective, because like you said, it's always evolving. We always evolving. We always making, I'm gonna keep the focus on myself. I'm constantly doing a self-inventory of myself, and I'm being the best version of Craig. And so you have to do the same. Question yourself, do a self-inventory, do a self-analysis, and say, am I being the best person that I can be at this point in time? And that comes with working on changing the old you. Because a lot of times, another aspect I want to touch on is about relationships. Oftentimes, when we come into, I know when I came into a new relationship, I had to be mindful that I can't bring my old experience, my old behaviors into a new relationship, because in that way, I'm going to be more of a burden. So I have to learn new ways how to be more sensitive, how to be a better listener, a better communicator, so on and so forth. All right, that's enough for me. Let's go on, and we're going to move on to the next topic, because we have an audience here, and so our audience is something that we want to keep engaged. The next topic of discussion is common changes in recovery. All right, so I'll keep reading, and then we'll just elaborate. Okay. All right. Common changes in recovery. In recovery, common changes include healthier habits, positive relationships, improve coping skills, and enhance emotional well-being. Lifestyle alternative. And so, as I just made mention, it's okay to abstain from drug and alcohol in your recovery journey. But what about our lifestyle alterations? All right. In addiction recovery, lifestyle changes are essential. They encompass adopting healthier habits, embracing positive relationships, and prioritizing mental and physical well-being. Activities shift from substance-centered to purpose-driven. Focus on self-improvement, therapy, and supportive communities. Healthy routines, exercise, balanced nutrition, and coping strategies replace destructive patterns, paving the way for a fulfilling, substance-free life. You see, when I just made mention about positive reinforcement, that sentence right there says, replace destructive patterns, paving the way for a fulfilling, substance-free life. Emotional and mental shift. This is a big one. All right? Through drug and alcohol rehab, emotional and mental states undergo significant transformation. Sobriety fosters clarity, emotional stability, and enhanced self-awareness. Therapy and support facilitate coping with past traumas and developing healthier coping mechanisms. Mr. Serrano, how are you today? Good.
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, man. Good. Glad you could join us, man. Glad you could join us for tonight. I got that paperwork. Thanks you for giving me that. And so I'll talk to you later about that, all right?
Okay.
But all is well, man. Good to see you, man. How was work?
It was good. Just got home. There's a little bit of traffic on 55, but I made it home all right.
Okay, good. So next one we want to talk about evolving relationship. Treatment also significantly enhances relationship by fostering open communication and trust. Therapy addresses underlying issues, promoting understanding between individuals. As recovering individuals gain emotional stability, relationships become more harmonious. Right? Improved coping mechanism and healthier behavior strengthen bonds, creating a supportive environment that aids both individual recovery and the overall well-being of their loved one. So as we all know, this is a family recovery support meeting. So relationship is very crucial. A lot of times we have to relearn some things. We have to be mindful of others' feelings, because it's not all about, I know when I was using drugs, to be honest, I was self-centered in my addiction. I didn't really, I want what I wanted. I thought I can do what I wanted to do. Come to realize that I couldn't do what I wanted to do, even though I wanted to have a good time all the time. And reality hit me and let me know that there's rules that we must abide, and I couldn't just go around and behaving as if no one else were involved or significant, okay? And so relationships, so when I say this is a family meeting, I'm basically saying that we may have children who may have been affected by our past behaviors. And we have to give them better imagery of the new person, as opposed to them just seeing our old behaviors. I remember this time I was getting high, but this don't have to do with the family, but it has to do with society. I remember I was getting high. I had to appear in court the next day. So the following, prior to going to court, I was getting high all day. And I can remember vividly sitting in the hallway, waiting to go to see the judge. And I started to nod out. So I nod out, and when I look up, I see a whole bunch of people, nice suit on, smelling good, looking professional, and they was just like looking at me. And I was like, oh my God, this is, really embarrassing, but I had to play the role like I don't care. But in the back of my mind, I was saying, this is not a good look, And so I say that to say this, we may have family members who may have seen us in places or not at our best, So now through our change of lifestyle, now they can see a better version of us, and so that they can feel reconnected, You want to share something?
Yeah, I'm with you 1,000% on that. It's a good thing, but sometimes it could be, we need to be mindful that it also could be a negative thing too, that, that we have to put some armor on to defend. Because in my recovery, I was doing some uncharacteristic things, well, prior to my recovery, I was doing some uncharacteristic things. And in my change, feeling good, wanting other people to see the change, living in your change, but then it'll be somebody to come from, you think you all that because
want you to relive the past.
Yeah, don't forget you was doing this or you did that, and that that's personal. That happened to me.
Yeah.
So. For a moment, it replays in your mind of whatever that act or whatever you might have did or whatever this person is talking about. It replays in your mind like, I remember doing that. I remember saying that.
Yeah.
I remember being there. And then, it depends on where you're at in your recovery. Like you might, you might buckle down and shield it off. Depending on where you're at, or it could hurt you if you're weak in your recovery.
Yeah, it could. You could get wounded by that, and I that's clearly understandable. It can happen because, like I was saying, replacing positive reinforcement. Tell yourself, yeah, that was the old me. This is new me. I'd rather live this. Just like my old friends that sometimes I may see them on Facebook, and somehow they got my phone number, and some of the guys, they call me, and so now I go to church. They remember me not going to church, anything. So now they got jokes. They got jokes. Oh man, I heard you got your own church now. And I laughed at it. I said, nah, I ain't got my own church, but I'm going to church to get my blessing, just to, let them know that I'm still going to continue on in my spiritual growth process. And so
I'm right there. I just had a event. It was more or less, it had to deal with recovery, but it was faith-based, and we were in a church environment, and they did worship and praise. This was just recently.
Okay.
And I had someone, what do you think? What, you going to be a fake preacher now? you get the joke.
You get all that. Yeah.
But I'm at a point in my life where it's like, it's some kind of seriousness behind those jokes too.
Yeah. So it all depends where you at in your walk. And so I don't want to get too much into it because we are talking about recovery. And we're all talking about family. And so, Mr. Serrano, are you still there? All right. So I got you back on the screen. What do you think about some of the stuff we're talking about?
I was wanted to say something. Past Sunday, I was at. I have my son's godfather he's a pastor. I come from a very strong Christian background. You know, I've had my backsliding and all that, which why I'm here. But anyway, we were talking, me and him. We were really tight. We've always been tight, but because of my situation, I've isolated. And I told him, I catch myself sometimes, and we do this as addicts. Like I catch myself glorifying the fun times instead of maximizing the bad times. You know, because I mean, and I'm being honest. You know, I tell them, I have my struggles. There's days that you know, you get your urges, you get your moments. You know, I just pray and fight through it. And I've noticed, you know, I have 2 children. I have a 17-year-old daughter, which has seen both sides of the coin. She's seen Coach Daddy. She's seen Daddy do the right thing, the white picket fence, you know, and she's seen Street Daddy. She's seen drug addict Daddy. You know what I mean? And the way she looks at me now, you know, like she sees me clean. She sees me doing what I have to do. I don't want to give that up for anything, you know. Like nice. You know, they trust me. They trust me again, you know, and that's the main thing when it comes to your addiction and family and friends is the trust that you lose, because it's hard to regain trust once you lose it. And once you regain it again, you know, don't lose it again because you're not getting it back.
That's good. That's good, man. That's good. Thanks for sharing, man, because somebody need to hear that, man, you know, because a lot of times, you know, when it comes to that word trust, you know, like you said, you may not get it back, you know, and once a person, like me and my wife, like we have our ups and downs, like any marriage couple, but a lot of times if she's hurting, or if I said something or done something that offended or hurted her, she would tell me, say, you know, I don't trust you in this arena, or I don't trust you right now. And so I have to give her time to trust me. I have to regain that trust. I have to put in a lot of work. And so it's a lot. Like you said, you want to keep on showing up, you know, the best version of you so that that trust never go away. So, yeah, thank you for sharing that. Appreciate it. Yep. So we're going to keep on moving on. So the next topic of discussion we're going to share is navigating challenges. Coping with resistance and fear. All right? Coping with resistance and fear of the unknown involves acknowledging these emotions without judgment. Understand that it's normal to feel uneasy about the unknown. Take small steps, set realistic goals, and celebrate achievements along the way. Seek support from friends, family, or professionals to gain perspective and build confidence in your ability to adapt. Seeking support. All right? Remember, it's okay to seek help. Like a tree needs roots to stay grounded, we need a support system. Remember, you're not alone, whether it's therapy, support groups, or trusted friends. All right? And so, last but not least, I want to leave us with that is celebrating small wins. A lot of times I had to learn this celebrating small wins because I always viewed it as, you know, I got 10 years, I got 20 years, I've been doing this and I've been doing that. But it's the small things that we need to celebrate. We shouldn't have to wait, you know, a year, or because in between that year, we probably have done some things that we need to celebrate to at least, you know, we don't wait on somebody else to pat us on the back, you know. Give yourself some credit. A lot of times we as recovering addicts or us that's in sobriety is that we are really hard on ourselves. You know, we really are hard on ourselves. And so let's see what this article talks about, recognizing progress. Recognizing progress in addiction recovery involves acknowledging both small and significant achievements. Celebrate milestones, whether it's a day, a week, or a month of sobriety. Notice positive shifts in behaviors, relationships, and overall well-being. Reflect on improved coping mechanisms, increase self-awareness, and enhance emotional regulation. Acknowledge efforts in therapy, support group participation, or healthy lifestyle choices. By appreciating these advancements, individuals reinforce their commitment to recovery, boosting confidence and motivating for the ongoing journey. All right? And so that's it for this week. Just like this article says, even coming up and showing up and participating in recovery support groups, that's something to be, proud of, something of accomplishment, because we could have been anywhere else, but we are here sharing, hopefully encouraging one another to be, to stay on the straight and narrow. All right? Until the next week, man, Mr. Serrano, stay safe, man. Keep up good work, all right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Will, you got anything you want to add? You good?
I'm good.
All right, until the next week, man. Y'all take care. All right. All right. So that's good, man.
Yeah, I'm glad I could make it out today.
Yeah, I try not to be too long with it because I learned that from Mike. He said a lot of times if we was in a bigger room or setting,